Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us today. We are on episode 53 of Saved You a Seat. Today, we are going to discuss the benefits of the SoftPro Documents portal. Some of you may not even be overly familiar with it, but we are going to get a run through of what it is and how to use it from our very own Lindsay Lamb, who is a Select Documents team lead. And we are going to give you the opportunity to ask questions as well in the questions box. Just type them in. We'll try and get to as many questions as we can. If by chance we don't get to your question, we'll reach out to you offline. Speaking of reaching out offline, we are recording today's session as always, and we will send a follow-up email sometime this week. It won't be today or even likely tomorrow, but at some point this week, we'll send a follow-up email that will have a link to this recording and any other information we might be sending your way. So please be on the lookout for that. I mentioned you can ask questions somewhere on your screen, depending on your setup. There is a kind of taskbar and somewhere it should say questions. You can click on that and type them, and we'll try and address them as we go through or at the end. And on the next slide, we would just like to say thank you for all the many years we've been in business, and we are celebrating our 40th anniversary, if you can believe it. We're going to have fun giveaways, events, and raffles throughout the year, and we'd love for you to go to softprocorp.com/40th anniversary, and you can go ahead and see what's going on and register. And we look forward to working for another 40 years, not me particularly, of course, but being in business as a company for another 40 years. And we appreciate all of our customers and everything you've done to help us get to where we are now. So with that, Lindsay, I think I am going to stop talking and turn it over to you and let you get started. Again, like I mentioned, we have Lindsay Lamb, who works on the Select team as a team lead for documents, and she's going to go through the portal and the documents process. Thanks, Lindsay.
Thank you. So to get things started, what exactly is SoftPro Documents Portal? The portal is an online library of the land title, underwriter, state, and national documents and reports that are developed and maintained at SoftPro. So the benefits of the document portal is that one of the benefits is that it allows you to manage all your state and underwriter packages in one place. It allows you to create a personalized watch list for those preferences, to set up email notifications so that you will be notified when any one of those packages has been uploaded. You can view release notes and instructions for each download, and easily download and install the bundles or MSI files into your environment. And last but not least, it's one less call to support because you will now receive those notifications and be able to download and install on your own. The documents portal information page. So some of you may have received the link to this page. Just provide some information regarding the documents portal, a link to the documents portal website, as well as SoftPro's website. And at the bottom of this page, you will see an instructional video on how to register for the portal. So how do you access the documents portal? First, you can go directly to the documents portal website, or you can go to SoftPro's website, click on support, and then click on document and report downloads, and this will open a new page where you can click on visit documents portal, and that will take you directly to the documents portal website. So logging into the portal, if you have my SoftPro credentials, you'll use that same login to log into the portal. If you need to create a login, when you are on the Documents Portal website, you can click on the sign up icon, and that will take you to the new user registration page. On the new user registration page, you'll want to complete each field that you see. One thing I want to note is that the email address that you enter in this field is going to be the main email address that you will receive email notifications to. So you want to make sure that the email that is entered here is going to be the email or the main email that you always want to receive those email notifications to. In a little bit, I will show you how to add any additional emails if needed. So once you've completed all of those fields, you can go ahead and click register. An email will be sent to SoftPro, and someone at SoftPro will go ahead and get your account set up for you. It usually takes up to 24 hours for your account to be set up, and then you will receive an email notification letting you know your account is ready or has been set up, and you will receive a temporary password. If you do not receive that email notification within 24 hours, please reach out to support and they can check in and see what's going on with your account to make sure that gets set up for you. When you initially log in, like I said, you will receive that temporary password and you will be asked to go ahead and create a new password, at which time it will allow you to log into the portal. So first time going into the portal, you're going to need to register. So first page is where you're going to choose your software. Are you a standard or enterprise user, or are you a select user? Once you have chosen your version, you can go ahead and click next. Second page is going to be where you're going to select the states you do business in. The state that your main account is associated with in our CRM system will be automatically added. You can also use the drop down, or you can click on the states within the map to choose any additional states that you do business in. Once you have completed that, you can go ahead and click next. Third page is where you're going to choose the underwriters that you are an agent for. You can click on the appropriate underwriters. Those will highlight in blue. You can use the scroll bar on the right-hand side to select to view the additional underwriters. Once you have selected all underwriters needed, you can go ahead and click next. Last page is going to be the finish up page. So this is going to show you all of the packages that have been added to your watch list based on the selections made on the second and third pages for your state and underwriters. You can use the scroll bar on the right-hand side to scroll through and see the packages that have been added. If for any reason there's any that you do not want included, you can go ahead and click on the added to watch list icon on the right-hand side and that will remove it. I'm going to be showing you how to update that once you're logged into the portal as well. Once you've completed that, you can go ahead and hit finish, and then that will take you into the documents portal. So this is going to be the first page that you're going to see when you initially log into the portal. We're going to be on the My Watch List page. One thing I want to point out is at the top, you can see that I do have the toggle option for select and standard or enterprise. So each version is handled separately on the portal. So there's a select side of the portal and a standard or enterprise side of the portal. So if you are currently a standard or enterprise user and you are going through implementation or have recently completed implementation for select, then you want to get select added to your documents portal. So to do that, we're going to click on the gear in the upper right-hand corner. That's going to take you to your settings page. On your settings page, you're going to see your email address that you registered your account with. There is a name field. This is just identification purposes. You do not have to complete this. States of interest and underwriters of interest. This is based on your selections when you initially registered. There is a drop down if you want to add any additional states or underwriters. This does not affect your watch list. However, it does add additional packages to your suggested downloads that I will show you shortly. Scrolling down towards the bottom, we can see our software edition. So this drop down is where you're going to choose select. So you already have standard or enterprise chosen. So you just want to go ahead and click on select. And then once you've chosen select, you will see both versions added under software edition. Any changes made to this page, you always want to click on save at the bottom. And once you have chosen save at the top, you will see the toggle option appear. So a few differences between the select side of the portal and the standard or enterprise side of the portal. So one thing is I'm going to go ahead and toggle over to standard or enterprise. We can see that the color changes to blue. So select is orange, standard or enterprise is blue. Over on the left-hand side, we have a download prompts file for standard or enterprise users. So anytime you download and install an MSI file, you always want to make sure to download and install the most recent prompts files to make sure that you have the most recent prompts installed in your environment. Second difference between between Select and Standard or Enterprise is our info, video, and frequently asked questions at the bottom of the left-hand side. So if I go ahead and click on this, I am on the Standard or Enterprise info, video, and frequently asked questions page. So our instructional videos on this side is going to be instructional videos specific to Standard or Enterprise. And then down at the bottom, we have our frequently asked questions. And when we go ahead and drop down on these, we do see that we have a link to instructional videos that are specific to Standard or Enterprise only. On the right-hand side, we have links to the blog as well as softprocorp.com. So if I go ahead and toggle this back over to Select, we can see that I am now on my Select info, video, and frequently asked questions page. Instructional videos on this page are going to be specific to Select only. Under frequently asked questions at the bottom, we now see we have the link to the Select specific video. And then in the right-hand corner, we have same links for the SoftPro blog as well as softprocorp.com. One additional difference I want to show you is I'm going to go ahead and flip back to Standard or Enterprise, and we're going to go to my watch list. So under these state packages, if you look under the download column on the right-hand side, we can see that I have a symbol, and when I hover over this, it says, please contact sales to purchase this state package. So if you are a Standard or Enterprise user and you see this symbol, please reach out to your sales rep to discuss getting those packages added. And then once you do have those added, you will have the ability to download the MSI file and release notes for those state packages. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip back over to Select. So looking at my watch list, we have your watch list is divided into buckets. So we have our underwriter packages, our state packages, our national packages, and our land title packages. Each bucket is set up in the same setup. So next to our title, we have the Browse All icon. The Browse All icon will take you to the Browse All section for that page. Going back to my watch list, on the right-hand side, we see the search icon. So you can click on that search icon, and that will allow you to free type a state or a specific word. And then next to that, we have our filters. So we have a filter for states and a filter for underwriters. Again, this is going to be specific to filtering your underwriter packages bucket only. Underneath that, we see the grid setup for the packages that have been added to our watch list. So from left to right, we have the last updated date. This is the date these packages were last updated to the portal. Our state and region, the underwriter name for the underwriter packages, our package name, and then on the right-hand side, we have our notification. You can see underneath that column, we have our Notify Me checkbox. So when you add a package to your watch list, this box will be checked. That means that you will receive the email notification when those packages have been uploaded and are available for download. Next to notifications, we have release notes. This is where you can download a PDF version of the release notes for that package. Release notes are set up in the same manner for Select packages as well as Standard or Enterprise. We have our package name, and then we have the grid down below and a running list of the changes that were made and the dates those changes were made. So we have the date this package was last modified, the documents that were added or modified. For Select users, we have ready blocks. So if any ready blocks were added or updated, those will be listed in this column. And then the last column is going to be the reason for the change. Was this a new document? What was the change made to these documents or ready blocks? Okay. All right, going back to the portal, specific to Select users only, we have a new column added for endorsement lookup tables included. This is an enhancement to the portal for select users only. This is currently in process, and this will be made available soon. Once this is completed, you will receive a notification, and you will have the ability to download the endorsement lookup tables if one is available for that package. Next to that, we have our download column. This is where you're going to download the zip file that is going to contain your bundle or MSI file and your release notes. Next to that, we have a trash can for your watch list. So this is going to completely remove this package from your watch list. If you're just looking to remove the email notifications for whatever reason, then I would say go ahead and uncheck that notify me checkbox. Once that's unchecked, the package will stay on your watch list. However, you will not receive the email notification until you come back in here and check that box. If you do, in fact, want this to be removed from your watch list, you can go ahead and click that trash can, and then that will go ahead and completely remove that from your watch list. Moving back over to the left-hand side, we have a checkbox next to the last updated. If we check this, we can see that that checked all of the packages that I currently have added to my watch list under underwriter packages. And then on the right-hand side, we can see that I now have a drop-down for actions. This allows you to choose an action to be completed for any packages that are currently checked. So you can notify for selected, which will check that checkbox for notify me. You can don't notify for selected, which will uncheck that box. Unwatch selected, which will remove those packages from your watch list altogether. And then we have download selected, which will download the zip file for each package that you currently have checked. Going back over, we're going to go ahead and uncheck that, and we can see our filters came back for state and underwriter. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and take a look at downloading that zip file. So some packages, when you go ahead and download that zip file, you can click on the download icon, and that will automatically download that zip file. However, your downloads download. So we can open file, and when you click open file, that will open your zip file, and you will be able to copy and paste that MSI or BND file to your desktop and go ahead and get that installed. All of your zip files will also contain a copy of those release notes as well. Other option, if you don't have the open file option, is you can click on show in folder. That will open your downloads file, and from here you can double click on your zip file, and again that's going to open it, so you can copy paste your BND or MSI file, go ahead and paste it to your desktop and get that installed. Other packages, when you click on the download option, will have a prompt. So for example, my state packages, if I go ahead and download the zip file for a state package for select, you will see that I have a prompt. I have a prompt that specifically gives me instructions. Anytime you see this prompt, you want to make sure that you're reading through the information. And if you need assistance, you can always reach out to support to get assistance or get additional information. So for state packages for select, for example, we develop our deeds based on the instrument type of the deed. So if in the scenario that you have an order where you need to create a quitclaim deed as well as a warranty deed. So you'd have two deeds in your order. Setting that context to the specific instrument type allows you to render that quitclaim deed. Select knows you're rendering the quitclaim deed. It automatically pulls in the information from the quitclaim deed on the deed screen, and then same thing with warranty deeds. So if you have never or you are unaware of how to update the drop-down list for the instrument type on your deed screen, you can go ahead and reach out to support if this is your first install or if there is a new deed included on the release notes. If you are aware of how to go ahead and get that updated in SP admin, go ahead and get that updated if there is a deed included on those release notes. From the prompt, you can click on the download icon, and that will also download your zip file. Cancel out of here. So next we're going to go ahead and look at our underwriter packages. So for the underwriter packages, some of them do have prompts as well. So for the underwriter packages, we have created what we call a national underwriter package. So we have national packages for standard or enterprise as well as select. However, they are handled a little bit differently due to the limitations on the standard or enterprise side. So national packages for standard or enterprise contain documents that have been approved by the underwriter to use by all agents in all states. Examples of these documents would be the underwriter privacy policy, COVID documents, some specific affidavits. And if you do need the national package for that underwriter, you can go ahead and view the release notes, and those will let you know what documents are included. If you do, in fact, need those documents, you can go ahead and get that MSI file downloaded and installed into your environment. Select side for national packages are handled a little bit differently. So national packages on the select side are packages that are created for documents that are approved to be used across multiple states. For example, let's say Old Republic has sent us the 2021 commitment, and they have approved us to use the same Schedule A for 5 different states. So instead of developing 5 separate documents, what we do is we create one Schedule A, and it's included in the Old Republic national package, and then it is referenced into those 5 state trees. And then in the future, anytime there is any updates or changes that are needed to that Schedule A, the change is made in the national package to one document. And then once that national bundle is installed, it is applied to all of those document trees. So as far as the national packages go, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Old Republic, Pennsylvania. So you are an agent of Old Republic and you do business in Pennsylvania. So you have Old Republic, Pennsylvania added to your watch list. So if I go ahead and click on the download icon for this, I receive a prompt. Again, anytime you receive the prompt, make sure you read through, make sure you have all of the additional packages added to your watch list. So this states to please install Old Republic National Package. It gives instructions on how to find that package through the Browse All section. In addition, you also need the TURBOP package. Again, provides instructions on how to browse all to find the land title package as well. So if this is your first install of Old Republic, Pennsylvania, I would make note of the 2 additional packages that are needed to complete the Old Republic, Pennsylvania tree, because you're going to want to make sure Old Republic National as well as TURBOP are also added to your watch list, downloaded and installed, so that you can make sure that you're receiving those notifications anytime those packages are also updated, so that you always have the most recent documents included in your Old Republic, Pennsylvania tree. So again, from here, you can click on download the zip file for Old Republic, Pennsylvania, go ahead and get that installed in your environment. So from here, we know that we also need to add Old Republic National as well as TURBOP to our watch list. So from here, I'm going to go to the Browse All section of the portal. So on the left-hand side, under my watch list, I'm going to click on Browse All. The Browse All packages page is going to be consistent between Select and Standard or Enterprise side. So again, we have our buckets for underwriter, state, national, and land title. Right-hand side, we have a View by State dropdown. And then underneath there, we have our suggested downloads. So our suggested downloads are suggested packages to add to your watch list based on the state and underwriters that you currently have added to your watch list. So on the right-hand side, again, we have our filters. We have an additional filter for package type, since this Browse All section contains all packages. And then we have our number and arrow pages to arrow through all the packages that are added to our suggested downloads. And then we have our grid setup. So basically the same setup with a few additional columns. So we have our type column, which again is going to be the package type. On the right-hand side, another difference you'll notice is the notifications column. So the notifications column, you'll notice that some of them I do not have anything added, and some of them I do have the notify me checkbox. So from the suggested downloads, you can add them to your watch list. So anything that currently does not have a notify me checkbox tells me that that package is not currently added to my watch list. So from here on the right-hand side, I can go ahead and click the add to watch list icon. And once I click that, you can see the notify me checkbox has been added. So once that's been added, that tells me that that package is now added to my watch list. And then from here, you can download that zip file, get that installed. Anything, again, that you've added in error, you can go ahead and click the trash can, removes from your watch list, and removes the notification checkbox. Scrolling back up, I'm going to go ahead and go to my underwriter packages bucket. So the underwriter packages bucket is going to be all of the available underwriter packages available for download. So each of the browse all sections per package type are set up the same. So next to my package name, I have a view info icon. If I click on this, this is going to give me a brief description of that package. Right-hand side, I have my search icon, and then I also have my filters for states and underwriter. My pages to arrow through all of the pages if need be, and then we have our grid set up as well. Again, add to watch list icon, so you can add to your watch list from here, as well as download your zip file. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and use the states filter. Then I'm going to filter to national. And then my underwriter, I'm going to go ahead and filter to Old Republic. And then there's my Old Republic national package. From here, add to my watch list, notify me checkbox has appeared, so that has been added to my watch list. And then from here, I can go ahead and click on download. It's automatically downloading my zip file, so I know that I do not need any additional packages for Old Republic National. Go ahead and copy and paste your bundle or your MSI file and go ahead and get that installed. Going back to browse all, in addition to that, I need my Turbot package. So now I'm going to go to my land title packages bucket. Again, same setup, view info, my filters, and then my grid down below. I can scroll down and I can see that I already have my Turbot package here. So I can go ahead and click on the right-hand side on the add to watch list, added to notify me checkbox. So it's added to my watch list. And again, download that zip file. I do get this notification here. You will see this for certain underwriter packages or land title packages regarding the endorsements. So if there are endorsements included, you'll want to reach out to support to make sure you can get that the most recent or updated endorsement lookup table installed in your environment. Again, from the prompt, you can download that zip file. All right, going back to my watch list. So that was a basic national package. So I have my national package that contains those documents that's referenced into multiple states. Go ahead and download those packages. So in addition to a basic national package, I would also like to discuss with you our Fidelity family packages. So Fidelity family packages, we have two types of packages. We have a true Fidelity family package, which means that all four underwriters, Fidelity, Commonwealth, Chicago Title, and National Title of New York, have approved the same documents to be used by all agents for that state. So in that scenario, we would have a Fidelity family package. The other side of Fidelity family is a hybrid package to where some documents have been approved to be used for all four brands. However, there are some specific documents to certain underwriters. So for example, Chicago Title has sent us a specific commitment schedule B1 that has hard-coded exceptions that they require for Chicago Title agents only. So in that scenario, the Schedule A, Schedule B2, and Exhibit A would be Fidelity family. However, there's a specific Schedule B1 for Chicago Title. Okay. So for Fidelity packages or Fidelity family packages, let's say that you are an agent of Fidelity and you do business in Georgia. So we have added Fidelity Georgia to our watch list. So if we click on that download icon, we receive the prompt. Again, we're going to go ahead and read through that, make note of the additional packages needed if this is your first install. We need FFGA or Fidelity Family Georgia. Go ahead and download the Fidelity Georgia zip file from here. And now we're going to go ahead and find the Fidelity Family Georgia. So this time I'm going to click on the Browse All icon next to the Underwriter Packages title. And this is going to take me directly to the Underwriter Packages Browse All section. Again, I'm going to use my filters for states, and I'm going to find Georgia. And then I'm going to use my Underwriter dropdown and find Fidelity Family. So we want to make sure we click on Fidelity Family. And then we have our Fidelity Family or FFGA package. Again, from here, you can add to Watchlist. That will add it to your watch list from here. You see the checkbox for Notify Me. And then we'll go ahead and click on the download icon for this package. We receive another prompt. This is not a standalone package. Please do not install unless you are also installing CTGA, CWGA, and FNGA. And we also need Fidelity Family National. So thinking about it, we know that we already have Fidelity Georgia added to our watch list. If you are an agent only for Fidelity, then you're good to go. You just need to get the FFGA as well as Fidelity National packages downloaded, added to your watch list, and installed. If you are an agent also for Chicago Title or Commonwealth, or are an agent for either in the future, then you would want to make sure that you get one or both of those packages added as well, downloaded and installed. So again, from here, we know we need Fidelity National, so you can filter to state, and then you can get that package added to your watch list as well, download and install, and now you have the completed Fidelity Family Georgia tree installed in your environment. In the future, you will be notified when any one of those packages has been updated. Okay. All right, so that is basically everything regarding the national packages. I'm going to go back to the Browse All section for 1 second. One additional thing I wanted to speak with you about for the Browse All section. If you do a search within any of the packages and you are not finding the specific package that you need to install, please reach out to support. Let them know if it's an underwriter package, that underwriter and the state that you do business in, or the states that you need that package for. They can reach out to the underwriter documents team, see if we have a project started, and either get you the ETA. If we do not currently have that package available and we do not have a project open, we will reach out to compliance and see if we can get that package added for Select and Standard or Enterprise. Again, if you don't get that ETA, make note of it, check back with the Browse All section. If you don't see that later on, go ahead and reach back out to support to see what the status is for that. All right, moving on down the left-hand side, recent downloads. So the recent downloads are exactly what it says, any packages that you have recently downloaded. So your recent downloads is divided into buckets per date. So this is the date that I downloaded these packages. Again, we have our grid with the same information, basically the same information. And then difference here is going to be on the left-hand side. We have our downloaded at. So in addition to the date that the package was downloaded, it also lets you know the time that this package was downloaded. We do have the download icon currently on the recent downloads page. However, this is obsolete. This will be removed from this page in the future because we have the ability to download these zip files from your My Watch List as well as Browse All. Back to the left-hand side on our Manage Notifications page. So this is how you will set up and manage all of your notifications and where and how you will receive those email notifications. So as we previously discussed, the email that you will see on here is the email that you registered your account with. This email address cannot be removed or changed. This is going to be the main email that you receive the notifications to. If for any reason you want to add an additional email, you can go ahead and add that into the field. And then once you have that added, if I can type, you can go ahead and click the add, and that will add the additional email. So difference here is that the additional email, you can see you have that red X. So you do have the ability to remove any additional emails. If you do add any additional emails, you want to make sure you click on the save icon at the bottom to save those changes to the manage notifications page. One thing I want to make note of, any additional email addresses that you add, if you're adding additional email for someone else within your office, it's recommended that that person get their own documents portal account set up so that when they receive the email notifications, they will have the ability to log into the portal and download and install those bundles or MSI files. So you can add the additional emails and they can receive the notifications. However, if they do not have a login to the portal, they will not be able to log in and download those zip files. Okay. All right, moving down, we have our notifications preferences. So notification status is going to be defaulted to enabled. That means that you will receive the email notification for any packages you have checked for notify me on your watch list. You can flip this to disabled if you want to disable the notifications from the portal. One thing I want to make note on for here is your managed notifications. If you have both standard or enterprise and select sides of the portal showing that this page pertains to both sides. So any changes you make to the select side will also be the change made to the standard or enterprise. So you can see at the top, I switched over to standard or enterprise and my notification status is still disabled. So one thing I want to note for standard or enterprise users that are currently going through implementation or have recently completed implementation for Select, when you are ready and want to remove the standard or enterprise side of the portal, you will need to go to My Watch List and either remove the packages from your watch list or uncheck that Notify Me checkbox. And then you'll want to go back to the settings and remove the standard or enterprise version from the portal. And I'll show you that in a second. So we're going to go back to enable, go back to select. So we want to keep this enabled as long as you want to receive those email notifications. Next is notification frequency. So this is really important as far as this controls how often you will receive the email notification. So this defaults to monthly. However, we highly recommend changing this to daily. Again, any changes made to this, you want to make sure you click on the save icon so it saves any of those changes. So changing this to daily does not mean that you are going to receive an email notification every single day. So for select packages, we upload select packages every Friday and we upload standard or enterprise packages every Monday. So on a regular schedule, any select packages that are updated, you would receive that email notification Friday. But if none of those packages have been updated, then you will not receive any notifications. The email notifications contains all packages in one email. With that being said, there are times that we will upload packages out of schedule. So if there is an urgent change or an urgent update to a document or to a specific package, those packages will be uploaded outside of that Friday, Monday schedule. So in order to make sure that you receive that email notification as soon as that package is uploaded, that's the reason we want to set this to daily. So you could technically set it to weekly if you wanted to. However, daily will be the setting to make sure you get the email notifications as soon as that package is uploaded. Reset. Just going to reset all of your settings on this page. Again, any changes, you want to go ahead and click on the save icon to save those changes. So standard or enterprise, just showing you all how to change those settings. So you are in the process of completing implementation or you're ready to change over completely to select, then you want to change your portal to standard or enterprise. Go to your watch list. Again, you can click on the trash can on the right-hand side to completely remove those packages, or you just want to uncheck that notify me checkbox. Once you have done that, then you will click on the gear in the top right-hand corner to take you to your settings page. Scroll down to the bottom, down to software edition, and this is where you see select and standard or enterprise. you just want to click on the X next to standard or enterprise. Go ahead and click save at the bottom. And then once I click save, you can see at the top that that toggle option has been removed. So now I have removed all notifications from my standard or enterprise side of the portal, as well as removing that side of the portal completely. So now I only see the select side of things. So the other thing I wanted to show you, or the last thing I wanted to show you, was the email notification that you will receive. This email will come from noreply@docs.softprocorp.com. So if you have set up the portal to receive the email notifications and you're not seeing them, make sure you check your junk mail and make sure you get your email set up so those do go to your inbox so you are getting those notifications. Scrolling down to the bottom, we see our version. So this will say select or standard or enterprise. And then you'll have a list of all of the packages that were uploaded to the portal and are available for download. Again, you will receive one email notification with all of the packages that are added to your watch list that have been uploaded. This is your package name and then the date that that package was uploaded. And then you'll have a link to the portal website. So you can just click on here, go ahead and get logged in, find those packages and get those downloaded and installed. So that's all I have for you all today. I hope you received enough information. And of course, if you have any additional questions, please let us know.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. This was so helpful. You covered everything so great. I don't even think we have any questions, but just a reminder to everybody that we will send out this recording. So if you need to follow along the steps, you'll have access to do that or share it out with anybody in your office. If by chance you do have any issues or have any questions, please feel free to reach out. But with that, I think we're going to give you about 15 minutes of your day back. So we appreciate everybody and we thank everyone for joining us. So with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you again, Lindsay, and we look forward to seeing you on our next webinar.